Man, I really feel like DJI should change their name to Butter because at this point they're literally on a roll. What we are here to talk about is my initial feelings, my initial reactions to this product here. Well, I suppose it's a slew of products. There's a lot of moving pieces and parts in here, but the DJI MIC 2. Anyway, let me not spend too much time talking about it. Let's actually just jump into that because that would be better, right? So let's go ahead and unbox this. And here is the back of the box if you'd like to pause and read any of that stuff. All right, time's over. I said pause. All right, so first thing I am definitely noticing here is that you get this new pouch, and it's an actual pouch, not like a I don't even know what you call this thing. It's like a rupee satchel or something like that. Rupees like from Zelda or something like that. It's not like a hard pouch or anything. It is definitely still soft, but it is much more consolidated and much more refined than something like this little pouch where I would put all my gold coins and stuff if I had gold coins. Let's get that open. Okay, they didn't stop at giving you a pouch. They actually give you dividers and sections here. I like that. I like that a lot. It's where your USB port is, your USB type A to C cable. I know what that is. A 3.5 millimeter jack, which actually looks to be about the same size. Hold on. This is the 3.5 millimeter double-sided cable you get with the old, and I'm pointing to them right now. I'll bring those into the frame in a few. The old DJI mic, and this is the one you get with the new one. So it's an L shape, which is actually pretty good. These look to be your windscreens here, which I never used on the first one because honestly, they never fit securely in them. And these actually look like they go, okay. I'm assuming those go into the 3.5 millimeter female jack that's on one of the transmitters. So test that out in a few. And here is the actual case you get. So let's go ahead and bring the old case into the frame now, right? Let's actually move all this stuff. So I don't do initial videos. I'm all over the place. So here is the case compared to the older one. As you can see here, height-wise, they're about the same. But length-wise, the new case is actually a little bit bigger. I'm wondering if there's a bigger battery in here. There should be. There has to be. Right? Let's go ahead and press that to unlock because, and that is definitely one thing that is new too. There's actually a lock on the case, and ooh, this feels solid. Yeah, so you have to push this down in order to open it. No push down, no open. Push down, you get to open, whereas this one, it's just like, fly all open, and okay, that's there. All right. So I'm using one of the transmitters now, but, well, the transmitters for the DJI MIC 1. But taking a look at the transmitter here, it does seem to be a bit, well, no, they're about the same size. Actually, no, I'm sorry. It is a teeny bit wider with this one here and to be about the same. Yeah, they look to be about the same. What I do really, really like, and I don't know if anybody's mentioned this, but I've always been thinking this even before when I saw the transmitter, when it came up with the Pocket 3, still working on getting a Pocket 3. This actually looks a lot like those older microphones you'd see in like old time, like Elvis time movie. And I really, really like that design. I think that was a really cool design choice. This here says mic. This says mic, like Mike. Yeah, I'm getting weird. Anyway. All right, so the transmitters are a little bit different, but not too different. I was actually kind of hoping that they changed the port location. Only reason being, and I mean, this is not too much of a big deal, but like I said, you know, where's my camera? So on the Sony A7 IV, Typically, when I'm filming myself, I usually have to turn it the other way and I can't get to see any of my audio levels or anything along those lines when I'm recording. I do get to see them on the screen. However, I'm usually, you know, far away from it, so I can't really see them in detail. What I want to know is if this cable right here can, oh, okay, wait, okay, all right, so yeah, all right, DJI fixed it for me. Yeah, so usually it's this way, and that's the only way I can get the included 3.5 millimeter cable that came with the DJI MIC 1. That's the only way I could actually get it into here. Whereas if I had the old transmitter this way, you're not getting that over there. Like, see, this thing is like really, really short. Albeit, I actually never tried to stretch it, but then again, you don't really want to, right? I mean, you can always buy another audio cable, but why waste it if you don't have to? So obviously, like I said too many times already, this is sort of an initial impressions video. But one of the main things I really, really, really want to see, and I'm pretty sure it won't work, these transmitters have a Bluetooth connection in them now. And that is a huge, 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 huge convenience to me, because I don't like putting the transmitter, or rather carrying it around and putting it into something, having it stick out like it is in my phone right now. So what I wanted to see is what sort of devices this can connect to. And I know it's going to connect to my phone, but I'm going to try it with the Sony camera first, because I'm pretty sure someone was also curious about this, right? All right, so I had to actually look up how to connect this via Bluetooth to another device, because I thought that you would just go ahead and press this little link button and hold it. By the way, this is a little windscreen, and you can see it just goes right into the mic, which is pretty cool. It actually stays there, it's snugly, but now it is in Bluetooth pairing mode, and interesting. Okay, I can't see it. Okay, never mind, I was actually right. So apparently via the manual here, it's press and hold the linking button to start linking the receiver or mobile device via Bluetooth. So I guess maybe you have to switch it over to Bluetooth mode first, and then you go ahead and scan for the, oh, yep, okay, cool. Yep, see, it's right there, DJI MIC 2 F078E7, but I just wanted to make sure I could see the signal on my phone. I don't know if it's gonna work with the Sony A7V, because devices can pair to it, but it can't pair to a device, maybe? So I'm pretty sure someone was curious about this, but others may know this menu way better than I do. I got my camera about a few months ago, so I didn't think this through. It cannot connect to a camera via Bluetooth because you can only do one-way pairing to a camera. So that's a bummer. Should have thought about that, but at least now we know, right? Now, since I have my phone here, I may as well go ahead and connect it to that. So let's go ahead and do a quick voice recording to see how that actually sounds. And you can see here, it already picked it up, which is cool. So let's go ahead and do this. I'll just keep the mic right here. This is a test of the DJI MIC 2 connected via Bluetooth to a smartphone. Hopefully there is no loss in quality. Hopefully there is no drop in quality or anything along those lines. And now I'm just rambling. Let's name this DJI MIC 2 test. Test. Let's see what happens. DJI MIC 2 connected via Bluetooth to a smartphone. Hopefully there is no loss in quality. Hopefully there is no drop in quality or anything along those lines. And now I'm just rambling. Okay, so I'm not really impressed with that quality. Let me go ahead and do another test, because that didn't sound like it was it. This is the second test of the DJI MIC 2. Hopefully my audio comes out clearer than the first test, because that first test was unimpressive. So let's see. This is the second test of the DJI MIC 2. Hopefully my audio comes out clearer than the first test, because that first test was unimpressive. I don't know about that. That sounds a little weird to me. So let's go ahead and actually use the transmitter. I actually got to set up the transmitter, so I guess I'll show you all this. So as we can see here, we now have a little dial wheel, and it does click down. Right now where I am, it is 3 p.m. on the dot. So we got that transmitter set up, and it's not linked to the transmitter yet because I switched it over to Bluetooth mode. So in order to switch it back to transmitter mode, you have to go ahead and press and hold the record button. And then what will happen is this part here will turn green. And you can see here it's connected, right? So let me get this little stand off of it. How the heck do I? Oh, all right. I didn't even notice that either. So, man, see, this is why DJI is like literally one of my favorite manufacturers, because when they make upgrades, and they make it in meaningful ways, especially with their drones. The first DJI mic, it was either you had to have the cold shoe mount on it or one of the actual connections on it, right? So the Lightning or the Type-C. Now they've actually made it so that the cold shoe is actually attached to the transmitter itself, and you can just switch out the input you want. So in my case, it'll be Type-C because I will never use a Lightning connector, and I'm pretty selfish, so I won't let anybody use my stuff. So maybe that Lightning connector might get thrown away. I'm kidding. Not about the selfish part. Does it fit my case on it? Yep, it does. I think that was another thing. With this thick case on here, it never fit. But here we go. That's just a little cover there. So you can actually keep this on and keep your connector of choice on. Good on you, DJI. Seriously. That may seem like a minuscule thing, but it really does go a long way. All right, so let's do this mic test one more time. Third mic test. This is a test of the DJI MIC 2, now with the transmitter plugged into the phone. This audio has definitely got to sound better with this transmitter into the phone. This is a test of the DJI MIC 2, now with the transmitter plugged into the phone. This audio has definitely got to sound better with this transmitter into the phone. Okay, so as you can see, that definitely sounds like way better. And the speakers on this phone are not that great. They're actually, I think, in my opinion, worse than the Z Fold 4. I actually have a review out on the Z Fold 5. So if you're into phones, you can go watch that. Watch me talk about how you shouldn't buy it if you have a Z Fold 4. But anyway, yeah, that microphone quality was significantly upgraded. So it's kind of what I feared with the Bluetooth connection, and maybe I'm just doing it wrong. I probably have to test this out, but again, this is an initial sort of impressions video. So now that we've done that test, right, it's on to the most important test, at least for me, which is if this transmitter is going to work with the DJI RC and the DJI RC2. I'm pretty sure that they will. However, there were some discrepancies, I believe, with one of these when, you know, one of them first was released and the DJI MIC 1. So pretty sure everybody wants to know this, because if you are into DJI products, you're probably into their drones. So let's go ahead and see if this does work. Let's go ahead and connect the transmitter, at least for right now, because we definitely want to see if that works right out of the gate. So I am all over the place. I completely forgot that the RC1 has 2 ports and you need to plug it into the host port. But I left that mistake in here so someone could potentially see that. This is a test of the DJI MIC 2 hooked up to the DJI RC1. Hopefully this mic will transmit the audio directly to the controller and the video. All right, so I got that recording finally, hopefully in the right port, and let's go ahead and play it. Yep, it works. Hooked up to the DJI RC1. Hopefully this mic will transmit the audio directly to the controller and the video. Okay, so it works with the DJI RC. Let's check the RC2, which I'm pretty sure it's going to work. They've had so much time to implement whatever they need to, so I don't see why this wouldn't work, but just to test it, I'm not calibrating right now. All right, so let's get a screen recording going on here. This is a test of the DJI MIC 2 connected to the DJI RC 2. This definitely has to work because DJI has had more than enough time to implement the software, so hopefully it does. And there we go. I have too many screen recordings on this thing. This is a test of the DJI MIC 2 connected to the DJI RC 2. This definitely has to work because DJI has had more than enough time to implement the software, so hopefully it does. Okay, so there you have it. It works with the transmitter for sure, so no worries about that or anything like that. Now, what I really want to see here is whether it will work Bluetooth to either of these controllers or either of these controllers, however you say it. Whatever, don't judge me. Let's go ahead and put that into pairing mode, which we do by pressing and holding the record button first. And then once that turns blue, the link button here. That goes into pairing mode and Bluetooth. Pair new device. It sees the mic and allow access to your contacts. Why not? It's currently connected and it does show the battery life right here. So you can see it says 50% like it said on my phone. Let's do a screen recording and let's see if this is going to be the most convenient thing ever, even if the audio is not the most best thing ever. This is a test of the DJI MIC 2 connected via Bluetooth to the DJI RC. Hopefully this works because that would be a dream if I don't have to carry around the transmitter. Screen recording here. And it does not work. I don't think it works. Let's see. Go into connection. So it's connected and it is taking phone calls and contact sharing, but I forgot I think that's a different Bluetooth profile. It would need to say audio here if I'm not mistaken, or media or something like that. So just to make sure I am not crazy, and I probably am, I'm gonna play it one more time. And no, it does not work. It does not work at all. Boo, that is sad. Hopefully DJI can update their controller to go ahead and make it work, but that was with the DJI RC1. So let's go ahead and check it out with the RC2, because the RC2, even though it's very similar, does have some similar configurations. Let me turn off Bluetooth here. Now this should be in pairing mode. Before I actually go ahead and try and test this, let me go ahead and see, because this probably has the same exact profile features. So yeah, it's connected via phone calls and contact sharing. I don't think this is going to work. This is a test of the DJI MIC 2 connected via Bluetooth to the DJI RC2. Hopefully this works, but I am not holding my breath on it. So there's that recording here. So here we go. Nope, doesn't work. Darn it. That would have been nice. That would have been really, really nice. Hopefully DJI will come up with a firmware update to actually make it so that these are compatible. But right now it does not seem like they are. However, you know, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Alrighty, so there is still a lot for me to unpack with this whole new mic setup, with this whole new DJI MIC 2. However, I did want to make a quick initial impressions video and see what it could connect to, because these are my curiosities. Of course, this video wasn't as quick as I had hoped for it, because, you know, this is what happens when I don't plan stuff, I guess. But either way, we got to see some stuff. There's a lot of good stuff here. And yeah, look forward to the review soon, because I will be going in depth with that too.